that just out the blue? Come on, that is ridiculous. Just normal. Oh, come on. Do not destroy. You can go ahead, you can go ahead, you can go ahead. I'm letting you go. Jeez. Qué tristeza me da en las cosas de amor que jugamos tú y yo. Si podemos descifrar manera, yo te podría escribir. Buenos días, wake up. Omni Cosmic here, you already know, love your soul natural. Come on in, I got a story to tell. There's a storm a-brewing. I'm gonna stay right here and look at it. Maybe I should go, but it looks like the sun's gonna come out. It was sunny when I was up earlier, but now it's windy, very windy. It's like something wicked this way comes. I don't know why this is doing that. What this feeds this is. Okay. Whoa. It's very windy, matter of fact. It's not even kind of windy. It's so windy my car's moving. Like this. Let me open my window just to see. Yeah, I'm at the lake. There's usually runners and bikers. Runners are really running and bikers are really biking. Let me show you real quick. What's happening? Check it out. See that? It's coming this way. Well, actually, yeah, I was gonna walk, but yeah, this came out of nowhere. Look at the tree. See the tree moving? No. It was a lot windier a minute ago, but there you go. I know you can hear it. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the weather, so I got a story to tell. If you want to hear about it, come on in, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So I had a dream early this morning. Listen, and I've had dreams. I've astroplaned on purpose, inadvertently, and I've told you that. So I've been having trouble sleeping lately, for a long time, but I get rest when I can. So I was up about 3 o'clock. I went to watch the football game, which really didn't interest me. I left early. I went home, talked to a friend on the phone for a while, went to sleep at about 10, around there. Woke up about 10:30. So I woke up, I was up, I was scrolling, I was writing things down, I was reading stuff, I was playing video games, I was just, doing the human thing. So I'm up about 5 o'clock. About 5 o'clock. I go to the bedroom, right? I do my thing, I come back, and I lay down. And I fall asleep. And when I fell asleep, it was actually like, it was probably, I would say, maybe 6:30 or 6:20, around there, 6 o'clock, that. By the way, I went to the gas station to get some coffee, and I met this guy named David who told me about how to find a radio station or your genre of music on Pandora. David. And he introduced himself to me. He said, by the way, my name is David. So just wanted to put that out there. And hello, David. So I was in deep sleep, and it wasn't even that long. Again, like I said, I went to sleep like about 6:30, 6:45-ish. I was up about 5:20. I went back into the bed, woke up, laid back down, and I was in and out. So when I laid down, the last moment that I laid down, I fell into a deep sleep, like it was a dark deep sleep, right? And then what I did was I was sleeping, so I start dreaming. I don't know the moment when I started dreaming. So I don't know. I love beautiful neighborhoods, like a beautiful neighborhood that's clean, that has pretty houses. I love that kind of stuff. It's very pretty. It's raining now. And that kind of scenario catches my attention. So as this dream began, I'm in a neighborhood, very nice, clean, kind of like my neighborhood. It probably was my neighborhood. I had like some kind of cover, but it was like a fur cover. It was like a heavy one, but it was weird. But I know I had it on. So I don't know if I was walking in the neighborhood, right? It was sort of kind of night, midnight. Hey, JG3 VLC or Vic, what's happening? Hello, thank you for coming in. Like, share, subscribe. Love you so natural. Giving you a story about a dream I had earlier this morning. An alien attempted abduction. And I ain't easy to abduct, obviously, but check this out. It may be funny to others, and somebody, I don't care what people think about it. I'm just gonna put it out there because, I'm recording this, right? I wrote it down. I put it on Facebook, and I misspelled some words because I just woke up. So when I just woke up, I wrote it down. Or, well, I just woke up, my eyes were like this, So I go to Facebook, and I put on Facebook like an alien just tried to abduct me, right? So check out the story. Here's the story. It wasn't scary. Right? Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So it wasn't scary. Like people, movies that you hear. And of course, this is implications of being programmed. It could be possible, I was watching something and some signals that they're putting off, they try to get me. I get all of that. I'm well aware of being well aware. That's not a problem. But I'm just telling the story. So, so I'm in town. I'm in a neighborhood, very beautiful neighborhood. I got like this kind of, I don't know, it's a cape, it's a little furry, I don't know what it is, but I have it on. I know that much. So park rangers are riding around because it's raining. Let me show you. So they're telling everybody to leave. You see that? And it was very windy. If you look at the waters, if you can see the waters. So anywho, and I look around me and there are a bunch of children. Listen to this. There were a bunch of children and they're running. They're not running, but they're like having fun. We're having fun. Like they're running and we're laughing. They're children. These are little children. They're looking up at me. I'm looking down at them, and we're just walking down the neighborhood. I don't know. It was like it wasn't midnight. It was like say it was kind of sunset-y-ish, right? You know, it was very vibrant. The children were very lively. And, you know, so I have this thing on, and it was like, I want to use the term frolicking, but we were like skipping. Yeah, interesting, very much so. Thank you for saying that. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already know. Wake up, wake up. Omni Cosmic here. So, and you know, if you guys have been here before, you already know I've astroplaned on purpose twice. When I was young, I used to have many nightmares. I used to also astroplane, and being aware that I was astroplaning when I was a kid. This is when I was a kid, all the time. I had nightmares every day. But when I had these dreams, or you know, just like floating in the air, going up into the galaxy, whatever, being able to see the entire world, yeah, I've done that. Beautiful. Didn't want to come back, believe me. So yeah, we're in the neighborhood. It was like, you know, the sun was going down, but it was in between that, right? Twilight. So I'm running around with the kids, right? You know, I have children, I have grandchildren, you know? So, you know, it was like, you know, it was weird, of course, right? But it didn't bother me. I was aware that I was dreaming at this point. Now I'm like, yo, I'm dreaming. So the children, they begin to look up into the sky while they're running beside me, in front of me, like they were around me, like, you know, but they were, you know, they were like, I would say they were like 4 to 7, maybe younger, like 4 to 7, like they were, you know, they were able to walk, but they weren't old enough to comprehend. Like, you know, I can tell, I was like, you know, and you know, they were regular babies. They didn't have any evil or any malintent feeling about them. We were just having fun, you know, skipping in the neighborhood. Right? It was weird, but it was nice. It wasn't scary. I wasn't like, yo, what's going on? When I realized that I was dreaming. Listen, like I said, I woke up like not more than an hour, and I didn't wake up. I'll tell you what happened in order for me to come back here. So one of the children look up, or a couple of the children go up, and I think one of them said, I can't remember exact verbatim. I cannot. Which is why I wrote it down, which is why I put it on Facebook, right? One of the children go, oh no, right? Something like that. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, what? So they're looking up, so I look up. So when I look up, I see like and again, all this stuff can be projected by watching television, by being on YouTube, on Facebook, by seeing, you know, these holograms, all that stuff, all my subconscious can be, you know, manipulated. So I'm not throwing that out the table. I'm not, you know, superstition and magic and all that stuff. I'm not throwing that fact that I could have been programmed in me. I'm not, because I know. But here's where I believe it wasn't, or I know that it wasn't, because when something is posed upon you, it's for you to see, for you to observe, for you to be. But there's one thing that never happens, and it happened. So, you know, we're looking up, and it's like a swirl of some kind of, you know, like a magical storm in the middle, like a swirly, like something that you see on you know, on AI now, you know, when they show something comes out the sky, you feel me? Something like that. But there was nothing coming out the sky. It was just, the sky was a beautiful, colorful, swirly thing, kind of like a storm, but it wasn't a storm. It was a calm storm, and we were all observing it. We weren't running from it. We weren't running to it. The kids just noticed it. And then I noticed it. And then I'm looking at it, and then one of the kids go, oh no, here they come. They're coming, or something like that. Something to the effect that something's approaching. And I'm like, so at this point, I'm looking, and of course I see something come through. I don't remember exactly what it was. I really don't. I don't remember. Like, it happened, you know, it was deep, and all of a sudden the kids start running. Yeah, exactly, right? It was, yeah, me too, bro. I woke up like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it was, and again, it was not scary. It wasn't scary at all. Even when we were running, it was like oh no, right? It was weird, bro. Oh wow, there's a lot of debris. Let me show you what's going on real quick before I continue, because I think I'm gonna have to move. Of course, this guy's gonna park right next to me when I'm showing you. You see what's going on? You see the tree? Look at this tree. And the park rangers are coming around telling everybody to go home. And if you look at the lake water, if you can see it, there's focus. There's it's like a mini storm. That's basically what's going on right now. And it was nice when it came out. Hello, Carolina Bro KZ. I think that's how you say it. So back to the story. So, you know, the kids start running, but they're not running because they're afraid. They're running, for me, was like they didn't want to get caught. And so we're in the houses, they're all running into their house. I'm looking around, but again, it's not a scary situation. I'm not afraid. I'm just doing what they're doing, basically, was kind of what it felt like. Like they saw something and then they made me aware of it. Now I was aware of it. And then I saw something come through it. I don't know if it was a vessel. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just know that something came through it. And I saw, like, you know, it was a swirly, beautiful, like kind of rainbowish cloud in the middle, but it was moving faster than everything else that surrounded it. Like all the other, the other atmosphere in that area. It wasn't raining, it wasn't scary, it wasn't dark. It was like a twilight, like in between darkness and light. If you can get that. I said it right? Okay, cool. Like, share, subscribe, please hit that notification bell. Wake up, wake up. Just sharing the story about a dream I had early this morning. Thought it would be important for you to know that people do get abducted, and this has never happened in my entire life. And you know what I've always said when I was a kid? I was like, man, everybody's getting abducted except for me. I used to say that, and because I used to travel in realms, like I used to see things, and I knew that where I was, like I was in a different spot, I was in a different place. So I'm running, and all the I'm not like panicky running, like I'm not running like that. And know that happened. So I'm not running like scared, I'm not running like, oh no. I'm just running because all the other kids are running, right? They're running, but they're not scared. They're running like they have to get into the house, but they're not scared, like, like the children are being called home. That's what I think what's going on in their mind. And I'm not thinking that now. I wasn't thinking that then. I was just running. So I'm running, and they're going in. I'm running. I'm looking for somewhere to go. All the children are going in their houses, right? And I'm not looking around to see where they're going. I just know that they're going into their houses because that's what we're surrounded. We're in a neighborhood with houses, so all the children are going into their homes. So I'm running. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have a house that I can recognize that I can run into, right? So I'm like, I don't have a house. So I see a house. The house is there. It's like a cookie cutter house. Like the neighborhood where I live in, all the houses look the same. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Kind of like the projects, but very expensive here in Florida. They make these houses. They put them in this little container, and they all look the same. That's kind of like where I live now. So it's like a weird movie. When you walk through the neighborhood, it's like surreal for me. So anyway, so there's bushes in front of the house. The bushes, they weren't green though. They were like an off-whitish, like a snowy white. I don't know, maybe they were covered by snow, but it wasn't cold. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm just giving you a story about a dream I had early this morning. Wake up, wake up. And again, all of these things, all this, yeah, cookie cutter. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They all look the same color. Some of them may have more rooms than others. Like there's a movie. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remember the name of this movie. There's a movie where a couple, and I'm veering off just because I want to kind of intertwine this with the cookie cutter house. There's a movie on Tubi. Tubi is the app that I use to watch movies. I don't pay for that stuff until they start charging. Then I'll find something else. Where a couple move into this cookie cutter town when they had this little baby. He's screaming all the time. Have you ever seen that movie? It starts with a V. I forgot the name of it. That's what the houses out here look like. They all look the same. And if there's nobody walking around and you're walking around at night and everybody's in the house, It's a weird feeling. You got to see it if you can. I think it starts with a V. I'm not sure, but it's a man and a woman. They're trying to find a house. I think something happens with their finances, but they go to a real estate agent and he finds them a house in this place, and then they get trapped there. It's a weird movie, but it's a good movie. So anyway, so I'm looking in front of the house, and I'm deciding very quickly. I'm not afraid. Again, I'm not afraid, but it's like I have to hide. That's the feeling. I gotta hide. Everybody's gone. All the children are gone. So I see the bushes, and I jump into the bushes, and I pull over the whatever. It was like a cloak. I pulled it over, and I blended in, so I thought, into the bushes. So I'm like this. And then I hold my breath. No, it's not out of you there yet. If I can find it, if you follow me, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to post it in the community for you. I'll find it, and I'll post it there so that you can find it, okay? It's a good movie. And again, very weird. But I'll find it. I'll put it in my post. I'll look for it today for you so you can watch it. It's on Tubi is the name of the app. So, so I cover myself in the bushes, but I can see through the cloak. I can see. And I'm telling you, it wasn't even scary. It was kind of funny. So I see this thing coming at me. I see it, and it sees me. And I'm like, man, he saw me, whatever it was. So it was kind of like those aliens that they show was kind of gray, but he was kind of like he had like a helmet. I'm trying to remember the movie with Thor and the guy from the ocean. Manatee. You know, he has that big helmet with the big eyes. Kind of like that, but not scary. So as I'm looking, it was like a veil. So it was like a mesh, clear, vanilla colored veil that I was looking through, like a curtain, kind of, sort of, but a little thicker. And I saw him, and he saw me, and we locked eyes, right? And I'm like, so at that, I wasn't scared at all. Like, I wasn't afraid. I was like, I was not. I was just like, what is this? What is this? Now, here's the kicker. And I'm an expert in nightmares because I've had nightmares all my life, and I've read about them because I've had them, and I had to learn how to deal with them, how to get out of it, you know, because a nightmare can go on, and you could like nightmares. I don't know if any of you guys have had nightmares, but I know I've had nightmares all the time. So here's why I know it wasn't just a dream. It wasn't just, you know, happenstance, right? So this thing, I'm sitting there, and again, I'm not scared. I'm just like, what? So I'm looking at, he looks at me, and then it reaches out to grab me. Okay? When you're in these places, nothing reaches out to grab you unless it sees you. And it doesn't even grab you then. If it sees you, it'll either become afraid, which it will like transform into its afraid face. So it's going to make you more afraid because you've never seen this thing before, and it's never seen you. So that's the reaction of, say, the Slender Man. I don't know if you know who the Slender Man is in these realms, right? But when he sees you, he's so petrified that his face turns into like a scribble with two eyes and a hat. That's only because he's afraid, because he just ran into you. That's all it is. Once you get to understand that, I'm not going to say that your interaction with this Slender Man is going to change, but that's what it is. And again, the way I was sleeping was my nerve pinched. Something was going on, because your body warns you when it's able to, when you're sleeping in a bad position, so that you can move. So whatever you're hurting cannot be hurt by the messages that it sends you. So it wakes you up. Your body wakes you up. Like, hey man, you sleeping. So check it out. So he's looking at me, and I don't know, maybe I was in the form of a little kid. I don't know, but I didn't look at myself. And, you know, I had the mind that I have now when I was in the dream. So I wasn't a kid, but maybe I was. And he reached out to grab me. So I'm thinking, this guy don't see me, but I know he sees me. So he went to grab me. This is what he did. Or this is what it did. It grabbed me here. And you know, I don't know if you know if you grab somebody here hard enough, you can not paralyze them, but you can, Like it'll, like right now I'm doing it, and right there you got to do it real hard. And when you grab them, they're like, ah, right? They'll like relinquish. Like it'll hurt so much, but that it's like what is it called? I don't know. He tried to pinch my, and he touched me. He grabbed me. Literally, he grabbed me. He tried to subdue me by grabbing me under my armpits, so I can do this. And so I don't know if I kicked him. I don't remember if I kicked him or if I pushed him away, and I woke up. Listen, you can't hustle a hustler. I peeped it and slid. That's what I saw on Facebook. That's a line by 50 Cent, by the way. So it's getting windier. I'm just gonna sit right here. So there it is. And when I was a kid, I used to always say, man, all these people getting abducted with all these stories. I didn't go anywhere. Maybe I did. Maybe they took me and they knocked me out and, and put me back. I don't know. Because there is no time other than what man created, right? I don't know how long I was there. All I know that when I came to, it was like 7 something, almost 8 o'clock. And so I didn't sleep that long. I love that, man. Listen, I love that other world. Those other worlds have nothing on this world. This world is whack. This world is garbage, full of garbage people, full of nasty parasites. Listen, those worlds, if you ever get a chance to travel out of your body in a different realm, and don't be at first you're going to be afraid, absolutely, because you have no knowledge and you have no experience, and nobody's telling you nothing about that. Let me show you what's going on here. Whoa. My car's moving. Check that out. You see it? Look at this one. This one's out of control. It ain't even that bad though, but whoa. Look at those over there by the water. See them? Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Wake up, wake up. You already know Omni Cosmic here. Thank you for coming in and saying hello and listening to my crazy story. So again, when I was a kid, I've been in these realms. I've gone to these realms on purpose, and I loved it. I loved it. I can do what I want. There was hardly no people around. Sometimes I run into some kind of crazy entity. But really, no, I think maybe one time. Well, there used to be this, I don't know if you guys ever experienced the dream where you're constantly running upstairs in the dark room, and the stairs are of a red color, like a ruby red, or like a champagne, or not champagne, or like a wine red, burgundy, and it's dark, and you're running up the stairs, and that's like the dream that everybody has fallen off the building. So why does everybody think that everybody else is different when you have the same dreams? Whoa. My car, the wind's moving my car. Right? So I used to have that dream. I'm running up the stairs. There's something behind me, something evil, and then there's a door. When I go to reach to try to open the door, I know there's something evil on the other side of the door, but I got to get away from the thing that's evil behind me. Listen, and I pushed the door open because I wasn't going to sit there, and then there's another set of stairs, and then you start running. Listen, it was infinite. So if you ever get a chance to dream and become aware that you're dreaming, beautiful. Depending on where you are, depending on, where your state of mind is in this realm, right, will lead you to have interactions with those energies, right? So I don't know so I'm going to find that movie, first of all, of that, those people that live in those cookie cutter houses. I'm going to put it in my community post. And also, there's another movie with Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come. If you ever see that movie, that's exactly what it's like. I don't know who the director of that movie was, but What Dreams May Come. That's exactly what it's like. being in those type of realms and being aware. I don't think that that's going to happen when you transcend. It's just going to be oblivion, just like when you came back, when you came here. But if you're aware, then you can manifest that on your way out. I think I need to go because it's getting. But then I'm going to be riding into the storm. Wow, this is strange. Well, maybe it was in the news. I don't watch the news. So there it is, my attempted abduction. They might try again. I'm not sure. I don't know what their agenda is. But again, I figured out that because it touched me, that maybe it was, my body was in an uncomfortable position where it couldn't circulate anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's getting windy. I hope no rocks come over me and smash me in the face. So yeah, there it is, my alien attempted abduction this morning. Yeah, first time experiencing that kind of interaction. Could have been influenced by many things. I'm not saying it, it's real. The only real thing I know about it is that it grabbed me, it touched me, whatever it was. And I'm gonna tell you again, well, I didn't tell you this, but it was a human being inside of a suit. I was like, that's why I got Brody, because I'm like, man, you ain't no alien. It was a human being inside of it, like a scary. It wasn't even a scary suit, but I could see that it was a human being inside of the suit, which was kind of strange, right? So I don't know if I kicked him in the leg to make him let me go or went like this. I don't know. I know that I woke up like, yo, they try to snatch me up, body snatchers. Am I here right now? Hold up. So love your soul, not your role. You never know when they're coming to get you. I'm not trying to scare you, but there are better things going on in this existence than what they want us to believe, than what they want us. There are. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burned it in the bonfire. I've had horrible, scary dreams that you don't want. Like, I don't know, the power of your spirit or your soul, but these dreams, these nightmares I used to have would make you not want to go back to sleep ever again. Believe me, you would not want. The dreams I've had, or the nightmares, I was so used to having these type of interactions, that I would call them dreams because I didn't know what else to call them until I went to a childhood psychologist, and she was like, yeah, those are nightmares. And I'm like, what? And nobody else knew around me. Nobody knew, they would just brush me off and say, either call me crazy or whatever they would say. They would say something mean to make me not want to talk to them about, what was going on in my life. You know what I mean? That's why I'm by myself, and I'd rather it that way. Because nobody cares. It's a cruel world. I get it. It's cool. I'm just sharing, my experience. I hope I don't get hit by a tree branch on my way home. Or hit a deer. So there it is, my experience of attempted abduction by an alien. Isn't that? And the reason why I'm not panicked and I'm not afraid is because I know why this happened, right? There's several reasons why. I'm not insane. I already know what they're doing. I already know what was in my mind. I already know my experiences in these realms. It's nothing new to me. Every time something happens in my dreams, it's for many reasons, but I can see it. Look at this house, an abandoned house. Pretty. Right? I can see it. I've been able to see it since I was a kid. Right now, I'm just power with it. You understand what that means? I'm just power with it. Everybody's concerned about, external. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. So there it is. An alien, a Prometheus, tried to abduct me. But you know why it didn't happen? Because I love my soul and not my role. and I was able to recognize. Guys, people are fools when they drive. I don't understand people when they drive, man. I really don't. Yeah, so if you're having these kind of dreams, or if you've had these dreams and if you have been abducted or attempted abduction, don't let anybody, I believe everybody that tells me what they went through. I don't not believe people because of how I've been taught, right? When somebody tells me something, like, most people don't tell people about these things because they'll say something like, they'll dismiss it. Like, that's not that person's experience. That can't be right because they didn't have the experience. So now they're saying to this other individual, that didn't happen. That was just a dream. Of course it was just a dream, because that's what you call it. That was a total experience for me. Yeah, so, maybe it's several things that could be factors, and I'm pretty sure there are. But here's one thing that I know, and again, I'm going to keep on saying it. The fact that it touched me, or whatever that human cyborg thing he was, it wasn't a cyborg, but, a Prometheus-looking character with like a gray face. It didn't even have a gray face because I was looking through the veil of the cover that I had. But the fact that it touched me, that's different. Hello, Uber. I'm driving. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So the fact that it touched me, thank you. That's a totally different. I don't think that should happen. You feel me? Naturally, I don't think that should happen. But the fact that, they came down from whatever they came down the sky, supposedly, or whatever it was, the vessel it was in, it was one. It came towards me, tried to snatch me up. I don't know if he tried to snatch me up, but what I do know is that when he grabbed me on my pec muscle, where he could do the I forgot what that's called, but there's a name for when someone tries to they try to lock your nerves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say that, but I think I said it on my Facebook. So he tried to do that, and I was like, nah. You ain't snatching me up. And not that I thought that way. I was just like, he touched me and I pushed. Because at that point I knew I was hiding, and I knew he was looking for me, and he found me, or it found me, and it was a human being dressed up as some kind of dress alien suit. I just don't remember what it looked like, but I know that I looked at it, I was like, man, this is a human being. Literally, this is a man trying to put on some kind of, suit to scare. I was like, I went into Action Jackson mode. Yeah, that was this morning. So thank you for coming in and joining and saying hello. Love your soul natural. Stay in alignment with the Creator, the Almighty. Earth, water, sun, fire, light, and darkness. I think I'm missing one. Stay in tune. Tune yourself. And have fun. Have fun, whatever it might be. If you get to wake up and you get to tell somebody, or you get to write it down, have fun. Because those are your own experiences that you can share. And even like, you'll be like, whoa, that was crazy, I'm like tickled pink. Because again, I wasn't scared. It wasn't scary. It wasn't, it wasn't a nightmare, but, I don't know at which point it could have gotten scary. It could have gotten scary, I suppose. Like, like I said, I don't know if my body was if my soul was in a child's body, or I was in my adult body. I don't know. I know that I fought it off, or the supposed being that looked like it was a human had human features underneath whatever it was wearing. So there you go. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up, wake up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See you next.